Guess who's back? Me. Not that anyone cares, but I have been gone for a fat minute. The last video I uploaded was Vanessa's birthday vlog, and that was like 4 months ago, I think. I don't know. That's how long ago it was. But I'm back and I'm better and it's fine. I just haven't found the time to film anything recently because I've been so busy throughout the summer. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions so I can answer them on here, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So that's what we're gonna be doing. All right, I'm gonna stop talking because if I keep rambling on, we're gonna be here all day. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I just did my eyebrows off camera because nobody wants to see that. It takes too long and I think I'm gonna start with foundation. Yeah, I'm gonna start with foundation. I'm gonna get into my first question because that's what this video is all about. My pageant journey pretty much all started because of my dearest mother, Leanne. She did pageants when she was, I think, she started doing pageants when she was 15. And then when she had me, she was like, I want to put my kid in pageants. So what did she do? She did that exact thing. So my first pageant was when I was 6 weeks old. I actually did it up until I was 8 or 9. And then I told my mom, I was like, why don't we just stop for a while to see if I want to do anything else with my life. I did competitive dancing until I was, I think, 10 or 11. And then I went into middle school and I pretty much stopped because I just didn't have the time to do it anymore. And I lost interest in it. So I was like, you know what, I need to do something again. So I was like, why don't we get back into pageants? And I was like, okay. And then ever since then, I've just continued doing pageants. At the moment, my favorite foundation, I just put it on, is my go-to foundation at the moment is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Yes, I know it's expensive. I get it, but I love it. It's great. But on the drugstore side, my favorite is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. At the moment, this is my favorite right now. It's so lightweight and it looks really good on my skin. If you have oily skin though, it's not gonna work for you. Like, you're gonna look ugly. But anyways, oh, my pet peeves. Okay, I hate carrots that are steamed. No, I don't know why I have that pet peeve. I just don't. I like carrots regularly. Like, I like when they're cold, but once they're like steamed, oh my god, I hate it so much. It's like, why? Who decided to make carrots steamed? Like, they're squishy and they're weird. I don't like it. Another pet peeve I have, I don't know if this is like considered a pet peeve, but I hate it. I hate paying for shipping. Because I could buy something online for like $5, and then when I go to pay for it and actually like buy it, it ends up being like a whole whopping $15. And you wanna know why? Because of the annoying amount of shipping that you have to pay. And I mean, like, I get it, like, you have to pay for shipping because the person has to ship it to you and they have to pay for shipping to ship it to you. But I can't. I'm trying to spend only like $5 and you're making me spend more money. I'm a stickler when it comes to money, so when I have to pay extra for stuff, it stresses me out. Okay, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, okay? Certain words are my biggest pet peeves. The word crisp, wasp, and moist. And the reason why I hate the words wasp and crisp is because I have to put extra emphasis on the isp. And then the word moist just freaks me out. Moist. It makes me cringe. And like a my biggest goal in pageantry, and I think every pageant girl pretty much has the same goal, or at least I hope so, just to make a difference as much as I can and really utilize that title to make that difference. That's a really good question, actually. For me, I've always struggled with insecurities, and I think we all do, especially living in a time where we're always constantly on social media and we're constantly trying to look a certain way that fits the mold of, you know, becoming popular on social media. I hope I said that correctly. And it starts giving us all these insecurities about ourselves because we're just trying to look like what we see. Recently, I have come to the realization that we were made the way we are for a reason, and we always just have to, you know, realize that. So one thing that I like to do is to always give myself positive affirmations. And I know that sounds silly, but it's something so simple that goes such a long way. And it's something that really has helped for me personally. So I like to just remind myself, you know, you are worthy. You are capable of so much. You are more than this. You are more than social media. You are perfect just the way you are. Alex, if you're watching this, this is for you, sweetie pie. My best friend is obsessed whenever I contour my nose. So this is for you, sis. Do I need more concealer? No, I do not. Come out of the tube. I love sample sizes because you know what? I save so much more money. And that's the tea. I need to. You know what's funny is that when I had to learn to do my own hair by myself, I didn't know what I was doing, and I would literally go on YouTube and like try to find a pageant hair tutorial, and nothing, like stuff would come up, but it wouldn't be what I needed, and it would frustrate me. I've always had my mom do my hair for me for pageants, so when I had to do it by myself was one of the most frustrating things ever. And the fact that I couldn't find a video on YouTube literally made me so angry. So you know what, Amanda? I'm gonna make one just for you because I know how hard it is, especially doing it by yourself. I always have to do it by myself, and nobody wants to pay somebody to do their hair for events. Like, that's just, oh my god, no. You know how much money that would cost? A lot. I will definitely do that for all my pageant girls because I remember too, like, I just couldn't do my own hair, and I did it so bad, and I would always end up leaving the house with just pinned straight hair. Now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow while I bake for a while. So hopefully in the next 5 years, I will still be a professional hair and makeup artist, you know, still growing and thriving, and hopefully graduating from college with my psychology degree. That would be nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't like thinking about the future that much because it scares me deeply. Okay, before I go on to the next question, I want to show you guys something that I like to do. Hold on, where's my brush? Here it is. Okay, so I like to do this thing where I take my bronzer and I put it in, like, in my crease, obviously. So you see I'm here, and I'm just taking this down my nose, and I know it looks absolutely crazy right now, but it does come together, I promise. Boom! Look at that nose! I look like Squidward. You know, pretty Squidward? Okay, so that's what I do, and it does look crazy right now, but it'll come together in the end. Just watch, okay? Don't judge me. When, obviously I've been around hair and makeup my entire life because of pageants, but when I was younger, I didn't think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this into a whole career or something. No. What went through my mind during the time was I wanted to become a Bratz doll. That didn't happen, but we're not gonna talk about it. Anyways, until I was 12, turning 13, no wait. Oh, I was 13, turning 14, and I was competing at Miss Florida Teen USA, and I had to learn how to do my own hair and makeup, which was, and my dad's calling. Hello?
Hey, we want some Chick-fil-A.
Oh my god. Okay, I would like a chicken sandwich with no pickles and then mac and cheese.
Chicken sandwich with no pickles, and she wants mac and cheese.
Okay?
So gross.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I love Chick-fil-A. So yeah, what got me inspired was I had to do my own hair and makeup for Florida Teen USA, which, like I said, literally scared the life out of me because I was like a baby. I was 13. I didn't know how to do my own hair and makeup like that. Back then, my makeup used to look so terrifying. I used to wear a lot of eyeliner, and it would just look really nasty. I wasn't ready for that step in my life, you know? What did I do at the time as a 13-year-old girl? I decided to go on YouTube, and the first person that popped up was Jaclyn Hill with a smoky eye tutorial. That popped up in my recommendations the other day, and I was like, wow, that was like 6 years ago. I feel old. Jaclyn Hill feels old. I know she has a lot of scandals right now with her whole like makeup brand and like the lipstick having like stuff on it. I don't care. She was the first ever beauty guru I watched on YouTube, and she really actually genuinely taught me how to do makeup, so she will forever be iconic to me. Anywho, I watched that video, and I didn't have a lot of makeup at the time. Mind you, I was 13, didn't have a job, so I had to make do with what I had. I literally just sat in my bathroom until like 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out how to do a darn smoky eye. After sitting there for all hours of the night and just sitting there playing around with different colors and different looks, I instantly fell in love with the idea of putting makeup on. So I would literally take my 2 younger siblings and I would make them sit in my room and I would just put makeup on them all the time. I remember one time I made Vanessa, I glued her eyebrows and then I put like foundation and concealer over it and I gave her like drag queen eyebrows because I wanted to try it out. And yeah, ever since then I found that passion for makeup, and I think it meant a lot to me that I was able to find my true passion in life at such a young age, because I was able to turn it into something. I made it into a business and now I make money off of doing something that I love. And I love to tell people, you never have to work a day in your life if you're doing something that you love. And it's true. I never feel tired or sad or annoyed when I get home from work because I didn't even feel like I was working. I was just doing what I loved. And plus, everyone in my family is so artistic, and I always felt like I didn't have anything artistic about myself. I can't draw to save my life. I don't dance anymore. I don't sing like my mom. My grandma's a seamstress. She's really good at, making clothes and alterations. My mom is super artistic and creative. She designs all of my gowns, all of my outfits. So for me, I felt like I didn't have anything that I could do that was artistic. And then when I found out that I was really good at makeup, would you look at that, I am artistic because makeup is art. So typically it takes me, hair and makeup, it takes me probably like an hour and 45 minutes, depending if I'm fooling around or not. Because a lot of the times I'm not focusing on literally anything. On my clients, it actually takes me 45 minutes to pretty much do 45 to 50 minutes to do pretty much everything. My fastest, I think, is like 35 minutes. You cannot rush art. I don't know if I want to do lashes. I'm just really not in the mood for them. I miss my eyelash extensions. After my pageant, I wanted to take a break from my eyelash extensions because I just needed to. It wasn't like I was going anywhere anytime soon, but I just wanted to take a break from everything, like putting hairspray in my hair, doing my makeup, lashes, heels. Oh my god, I literally threw my heels away and I hid them because I was like, I don't want to see you ever again. I am going to community college, and before anybody tries to like drag me, there is nothing wrong about going to community college. Literally at the end of the day, we all get the exact same degree, so it really doesn't matter. We all get the same education. And I'm gonna be majoring in clinical psychology, and then after that I want to transfer into behavioral neuroscience. I just think it's really funny whenever people are like, you're going to community college, you're not like going away? No, I didn't feel like going anywhere, honestly. I didn't feel like leaving my family yet. I had no interest in, living in a dorm or stuff like that. And I know that's like the whole college experience, but I'm the type of person where I could care less. I've always been that way. I had the option to go back into traditional school for high school, and I was just like, no, I have like no eyelashes. On to the next question. Of course, the one and only Jaclyn Hill palette. This is a holy grail. It has every single color that you need. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. If you saw my first video, you know how much I love this. It's seriously the best foundation ever, and definitely one of my holy grail makeup products. It is actually the foundation that I use on stage whenever I'm at a pageant. I've gotten a lot of questions on that actually. Ah! Where's my brush? Ah! I can't find my contour brush. You have Kik. Let me tell you something. All right, basically, if you don't know what Kik is, it's basically WhatsApp. And all my friends, we used to use it all the time, but not to talk to our distant relatives. We would do it to talk to each other. Even though we all had each other's numbers, we would just use that instead of iMessage. Why? I really still to this day don't know. I've had many phases in my life. I was a big One Direction fan. But the one phase in my life that I definitely regret is being on Kik. You know what's funny about it? is whenever we would like be upset with someone, we would put our profile picture as like a black screen, and then our names would like represent our moods. I'd be like, I'm sad, don't talk to me, sad face. I have great memories on there. I met my first boyfriend on Kik, actually. Yeah, Goonies. What was I gonna do next? Was I gonna bronze? My biggest fear besides bugs, and of course, carrots that are steamed. My biggest fear is thinking about the universe. I'm so scared of the universe, you guys. It's not even funny. Every time I think about it, I want to cry. You would think I'd be like, my biggest fear would be death or something. No, my biggest fear is what's outside of the universe. Like, if you really think about it. Okay, so think of it this way. I'm in Florida. Outside of Florida is the United States. Outside of the United States is North America. Outside of North America is Earth. Outside of the Earth is the universe. What is after the universe? I don't know. And that freaks me out. And I know there's probably like different galaxies. I've watched Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan, okay? But you know what? It's fiction, so we don't know if it's real or not. I really hope I'm not the only one who thinks about this all the time, because it really does. It be keeping me up at night. I swear, I'm like, I'll sit in my bed and then I'll start thinking about like, what if I get lost in the universe? What happened? Where will I go? Anyways, I've been to a lot of pageants, as we can tell. But my favorite system, the best one I've ever been to, is the one I went to recently, USA National Miss. That pageant was truly one of the best pageants I've ever been to. And I really have been to a lot of pageants, and I've seen so many systems, but that one was just so different, and it really was the true embodiment of what pageants are. You know, the pageant really represents positive pageantry, volunteerism, and just having a fun time. I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there about pageants, that it's degrading towards women, the girls don't get along, you know, we're catty towards each other, we don't amount to anything, but we really show, especially at this pageant, that it's the complete opposite. We're all about women supporting women. If you're thinking of doing a pageant, I would definitely recommend USA National Miss. And I can recommend other ones like National American Miss, Royal International Miss, International Junior Miss, MAC. There's so many other pageants out there, but for me, was that a sign from like God? But for me personally, that pageant was just the best, and I really do recommend it to anyone who is interested in competing. My voice is like cracking. Currently, my favorite one would have to be the concealer that I've been using. It's the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It's really good, super bomb. I love the Tarte Shape Tape one, but it was just, it would dry out on me, and I'd be like, girl, why? Who told you to do that? Nobody. Okay, I'm gonna finish up this eyeshadow because I've been sitting on my face for the last like 20 minutes. Even though I am Indian, technically, I'm not Native American Indian, so I can't audition because then, you know, that would just be like inappropriate. I would love to, because I get it all the time that I resemble Pocahontas, but I'd rather have like an actual Native American actress play Pocahontas. By the way, I'm a huge Disney fanatic. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know. So follow me on Instagram. Well, I got back into pageants, actually. I actually want to talk about this. We all know that I took a break from pageants when I was younger, and then I went into middle school. So I was 11 years old. The reason why I was pulled out of 6th grade middle school is because my mom and my dad decided to pull me out of traditional school and make me become homeschooled. They just thought it would be the safest way for me at the time, because I was getting bullied really bad. I suffered with severe anxiety and depression, and I still do to this day, 7 years later. You know, once the whole thing was going down and I would not leave my bedroom, I wouldn't leave my house unless I was being like forced to by my mom. But a lot of the times I was home and I was just really sad. I always felt like I had a dark cloud over my head, and I never wanted to leave my house. I hated the way that I looked. I hated the way that I talked. I hated just everything about myself. I hated me. And it was all because I was being bullied in school, and I had no confidence left in me, like, whatsoever. You see me now and I'm just super confident in myself, and I'm on YouTube right now. I'm literally putting myself out there. And back then I wasn't like that, because I was put down so much by people whose opinions really never mattered. But at the time I was a kid and I had never experienced something like that. I was patronized for looking a certain way, and I am multi-ethnic, and I was never able to really fit in with anyone in school, and that really always just set me apart, and I always stuck out like a sore thumb. Like I said, I never wanted to leave the house, and then something struck a chord in me, and I was like, you know what, Mom, let's go do another pageant. I need to do something with my life. I can't just sit here all day. The minute I got there and I stepped on that stage for the first time, in which felt like years, I really felt like myself. I felt like me again, and I felt really, really, really confident. I had so many people coming up to me, complimenting me, telling me how sweet of a person I am and how gorgeous I am inside and out. Being back on that stage really made me feel better about myself, and that's why I got back into pageants. I just wanted to let everyone know that, because I didn't want to be like, oh, I got put out of school, and they're going to be like, well, what did she do? I didn't do anything, okay? But any beginner's advice, I would definitely say, if you're a beginner in pageants, definitely get you a good coach. Make sure that, if you're going into this totally blindsided, not knowing what you're getting into, it's really good to have a coach who knows what they're doing, who's gonna guide you in the right direction, and really just show you the ropes of what pageantry is. I am a coach myself, but I do know of so many other coaches, whether they're walking coaches, interview coaches, all-around coaches, that I can definitely give you their information. Another advice that I always love to give to girls who are starting out is to always be yourself. Nobody wants to have a title holder who's representing, their system, be a total fake and just be a whole facade. I've seen a lot of girls get their titles taken away, unfortunately, because they're this whole different person on stage, and then when they win the title and they go out into the real world, they're just a whole different person, and then they get their titles taken away. So always be sure you are your 100% authentic self, because it will show not just in the interview room, but on stage, and it'll also show in front of everyone, which is very important. Nobody wants to know you as the girl who has a mean face but looks so happy on stage. I think my family's home. Prepare for loudness. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna come home and be a mom.
What did you just say?
January we get a fake baby that cries in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna be a mom. So if I come home,
You're gonna be an aunt.
don't worry, it's fake.
Oh.
He's coming back up because you didn't do that.
I knew that's what I was like. No, Lexi's recording.
Oh, she was?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask me frivolous questions?
Why are you so frivolous?
That looks so fun.
You're recording?
Nota! I dropped my stuff.
I need a spoonful of the mac and cheese, Lexi.
Alright, there's gonna be a lot of noise up there, so we're just gonna go with it. I would say the best piece of advice I've received, and I've received a lot of good advice over the years, especially in pageants, but the best one I've gotten was recently from Miss Jackie B. Watson. She's the founder of USA National Miss, and she said something that really meant a lot to me, because during the time at USA National Miss, it was a whole week long, and the minute I got there, I was literally comparing myself to every single girl, because I told you guys, the group of women that were there was insane. Like, they were all so gorgeous inside and out. They were intelligent, and they had so much going for them in life. So I was just comparing myself a lot throughout that week. But when Miss Jackie went on stage and she said something that was so simple yet so effective at the same time, it hit me. She said, comparison is the thief of joy. And I know that sounds, it's just so small and simple, but it really was something that, like, said hello to my brain, And it made me feel better about my life, because it's true, like when you compare yourself to other people, you start to get really sad. He said that, I felt really good about my life. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on myself and not compare myself to other girls and just do me, which worked because I made first runner up. So I almost broke my neck. My time as a teen has expired. I am now officially a miss. I'm frightened. Actually, I'm not frightened. It's because I already competed in a Miss division already last year and I won. So I pretty much held my own really good. I just have to practice a lot more with a lot of hard-hitting political questions and just really mature more. It's a new adventure, a new chapter in my life that I'm ready to start next year. Stay tuned. Anyways, I would say yes. I don't think my friends would be upset. I think they'd be happy. I think they'd be like, yes, queen, get it. Especially if it meant like boosting my career, they'd be totally on board. And I don't think I would lose them as friends. Plus, they're all in college. They're all over the place right now. I don't think they care if I move. My lip is lopsided. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I would definitely move if it meant boosting my career. And I think I'm going to eventually. I'm probably going to move more up north to like Orlando so I can boost my career even more. Because I'm very blessed that I live in South Florida because a lot of clientele is down here, but a lot more of it is in Orlando because of pageants. So I do specialize a lot in pageant hair and makeup because it's obviously the first thing that I learned. I do bridal and, you know, quinceañeras and whatever, but I really do specialize more in pageant hair and makeup. So definitely I would consider moving if it meant boosting my career. Last question of the day, because I really can't answer anymore. I'm getting tired and I'm hungry. I want my Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. Pageantry definitely has changed my life in so many ways. Like I said, I was severely bullied in middle school and it took a big toll on me. And I feel like without pageants, I wouldn't be the young woman that I am today. The young, strong, independent, driven person that I am. And I thank pageants every day for that. And pageants have also not only given me confidence in myself again and just so many more opportunities in life, but it's also given me lifelong friendships. Literally, I kid you not, most of my bridesmaids for my future wedding are going to be pageant girls. I swear. Prime example, one of my best friends, I kid you not, best friends, her name is Crystal, and she lives in Chicago, Illinois, okay? And I met her at a pageant, I think like 6 years ago, and she instantly became one of my bestest friends, and we talk to each other pretty much every single day. We always make sure we check up on each other. Whenever she's down here, she always makes sure to come visit me. Our friendship is one of like prime examples of what pageants have done for me, and it's given me friendships that'll last a lifetime, and it's given me people who I could connect with, and it's given me an environment where I feel like I fit in. As someone who didn't feel like they fit in middle school, being able to actually fit in somewhere it means the world to me. So I'm very grateful for pageants, and it's changed my life in so many numerous ways. I think I'm done. That is it. We're done. Thank the Lord, because I've been doing this literally all day and I am tired. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, please, because that'd be nice. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah. The button is so far.